One final thing I'd like to talk about is inversions of arpeggios. And we talked about inverting a chord. So if you don't remember what this means, just go back to piano lesson number 1 and review the material. But basically it means that if you take the root form of a chord, you can take the root an octave up and get the first inversion. Then you can take the next note in line, in this case of a C major and E, put it an octave up and get the second inversion, and do it again, take your lowest note, put it an octave up and get the third inversion, which is actually back to the root. So you have the root, first inversion, second inversion, and root again. And you could do the same thing with an arpeggio, only this time you'll be moving things 2 octaves at a time. So, and we'll be working with the second form of the arpeggio. So if this is the C major chord, sounds a bit muddy down there, this is its second form of arpeggio. Yeah, so I took this E and I put it an octave above. Now I can take my lowest note and put it 1 octave up and another one. So I get this form, which is the first inversion of my arpeggio. Still a C chord. I can repeat this trick and take my lowest note, put it up an octave and another octave, and I get this form. So now it's this. And do it once again. Take my lowest note, up 2 octaves, and get back to my original form. So this is the form that I started out with, only 2 octaves higher. So this basically shows you how to play an arpeggio without having to have the root note as the lowest note. Why is this useful? Well, it simply helps you move the harmony more smoothly along. So we talked about voice leading in some of our previous lessons, and this is also a form of voice leading. And I'll give you an exercise to work on. I'm going to take 3 chords, a C, an F, and a G. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to play the arpeggios in an ascending order, moving my lowest note along the notes of the C major scale. So without delving into the theory, I'll just show you what I mean. And your exercise is simply look at these arpeggios. This is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8, and identify which chord was used for each arpeggio. So for example, 1, 2, let's look at number 3. So number 3, you can sort of reverse engineer it by moving things around in octaves. So you can take this one and move it up an octave, and I see that I actually have a C major chord, and this is simply the first inversion of my C major arpeggio. This is my basic C major arpeggio. I'm sorry, this is my second inversion. So this is my basic C major arpeggio. Taking this up here gives me my first inversion. Taking this up here gives me my second inversion. So this third chord in the sequence that I showed you, this third arpeggio corresponds to the C major chord. And it's your job, as part of this exercise, to identify the chords used for each arpeggio. That's it. I hope you have fun. See you next lesson. Bye.